guys, and welcome to another Spoopy Story Saturdays, where we play Bottom of the Well, which is another visual novel. New game, obviously. Morning, A. Morning. Are you supposed to be the Mad Hatter? Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No, well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen about that. I'm a sleepyhead. You fell asleep? Oh, come on, Alice. Come on. Alice in Wonderland is our favorite. You reckon? I couldn't tell. Let me finish. Something happened. I was tuning into my radio. You're such a ludette. Ludette? What the fuck does that mean? Amazing. I can't even catch you online. Shut up. I'm not a ludette. I just like analog things. Anyway, I was tuning into the broadcast and must have hit the AM switch or something, because suddenly the channel changed to something else. What? Aliens? Oh no. Government-run number stations. No, it was weird, like white noise at first. It's hard to explain, but I was so drawn to it. I could hear snippets of some melody, maybe lyrics, but the signal was weak. So you turned it off and continued looking for the Alice broadcast? So I went to my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. It sounded more like music, with the odd signal in the background. When logic and proportion have fallen, sloppy dead, and the white knight is taken backwards, and the red queen off with her head. Oh, so somebody's pirate radio broadcast of the Golden Oldies. Felt like there was something else, some message that the music was hiding. I know it sounds weird, and then I fell asleep. What a story. Wait, so she fell asleep on the balcony? No, hear me out. I dreamed, and I don't know if I was dreaming, do you understand? It was entirely lucid, like waking up in another world, except I don't think it was another world. Does that make any sense? Not really. You had a super lifelike dream where you didn't know you were dreaming, but you were still lucidly in control. Sounds pretty rad to me. Rad? What are you, from the 90s? I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse bit in the dream. Okay, now you've got my attention. Were there zombies? Can I have zombies? I want zombies. Whoa! So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like the real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important, you know that. I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Heavy man, Mad H. Oh, of course, you're the Mad Hatter. There was no warning, no build-up, nothing. Just between one moment and the next, the TV had turned onto the emergency alert system, and his voice sounded like it had been recorded. The 60s told us we were under attack. Were you alone? Yeah, I had a really, really long day in the office, so I sworn off all social contact for everything. I had the TV on in the background, just as noise. Wait, what? The office? You mean you've got some kind of real adult person job in this dream of yours? Yeah, actually, at the college, student admissions office. Hey, don't sound surprised, I'm going to graduate in just a few months, you know. Uh-huh, with a BA in English Lit. Shut up. Such skill with words. Anyway, what happened next? I just realized I'm not doing voices for any of these people. Like I said, the TV suddenly turned on an emergency alert system, jacked the volume all the way up too. I didn't know they could do that. The broadcast told us we're under attack right now, and that we needed to go to shelter. That we had less than 30 minutes before the bombs hit. Jesus, sounds scary. At first I didn't want to believe it. I switched the channel, but they were all the same. And then the sirens started. Tornado sirens, flood sirens, I don't know. Shit from Silent Hill. And I knew things were serious. So what did you do? I needed to think about my options. Okay, what was your plan? The broadcast kept saying to stay indoors, to keep all windows and doors closed, stuff like that. Was it realistic of you to think you could stay in the apartment? Realistic? It was like I had been through a lot of apocalypses before. I'm not sure what constitutes realistic. I had enough food in my cupboards to last me a little while, so at least I had that going for me. Oh yeah, and then I had my trusty radio, of course. I tried it and it worked, sending out the same emergency broadcast as the TV. And you called me a ludette. You got me there, so what did you do? I went offline to find out what was going on. You didn't try calling someone, like your parents? Of course I tried, but it was futile. The phone network was completely overworked, but the net still worked fine. So what did you find? The net was still working, but the bandwidth was severely lacking. Oh, sounds like my home fucking network. The major news networks were either down or overloaded, but all the big search engines defaulted to some kind of government site in real super simple HTML. That kind of confirmed it really was the real deal. Isn't the net supposed to be some kind of DARPA intervention anyway? Wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of system in place to take over if they need be. Well, they hadn't taken over. You could still go wherever you wanted. Facebook still worked. Of course it did. Facebook will always fucking work. And there'll be people like checking their Facebook in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, I fucking bet you. Apocalypse-proof service. Nice. It was insane. I tried to get in touch with my brother, but he's the only one who's ever got an account. But there's no reply. I spammed my aunts and sent an email to my mother, but I don't know. It felt like I needed to find someone right then and there. Why didn't you use a phone, man? And? A group chat. It was spreading through our social network like wildfire. Someone had found the closest old fallout shelter that was actually still operatable down on dirt. People were going there. Just grabbed all they could and running before the bombs fall. What bombs? So what happened next? You know, I did find you online. That must have been useless. I'm all the way over in Old Blightly, unless things different in your dreams. Wait, are they English? Should I be doing English accents? No, you were still in the UK. The bombs were already started falling there. Well, you know. Huh? You disappeared. There was nothing more to do. It was only a dream, Al. Sure. So then what? Well, the fallout shelter seems to be a good option. The old fallout shelter, down on 3rd. It was far, close enough to walk anyway. Oh, it wasn't far, close enough to walk. Did you think to bring anything? Alright, yes, I grabbed the biggest bag I had. A backpack. People always call it magic, you could fit so much into it. Bigger on the inside and all that. Much like the TARDIS. Take map. Take radio. Take food. Take food. Maybe take sleeping bag? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright. Well, go on. What was it like? Did you run into trouble? You could say that. God, that shelter. So, I headed towards it. The shelter, from my apartment. I admit, still kinda hoping it was just some kind of big false alarm, but tomorrow everything would be back to normal. Like an extreme version of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast? Actually, the panic in the radio show calls are greatly exaggerated, probably the Welles himself. And it worked. We still remembered it today. Great ad campaign. Guess that English Lit degree is coming to some use at least. Yeah, well, it didn't really feel like it. I remember trying to think of words to describe the way streets felt. The way the city sounded. Turmoil, chaos, anarchy. Pandemonium. The capital of hell. Now who's got a degree in lit? Stop stalling. Yeah, it's just so fucking damn, like I said, everything felt so real. The panic in the streets, the accidents everywhere, no emergency response showing up. An ever-present siren. It was like everyone walked with their eyes in the sky just expecting to see a flash. Did you make it to the shelter okay? The shelter was actually the basement of a bar. They used it as storage, which was handy since the door was towards the street, but there were no signs or anything like that. I knew about it from Facebook conversation. Okay, wait. Isn't that the bar you always go to? The Rad Bar? The what? The wet what? Heh, yeah. Go on, Alice. Did you get in? Did you use a fake ID? I only went to what I thought was the side door, but it's kind of alleyway I usually hang out in. I could always just imagine junkies and hobos sleeping among those trash bags. Anyway, the suspense is killing me. So I knocked on the door and then immediately tried the handle. It was locked, nothing happened for a while, and then the door opened. Just a bit, and she stuck her head out. She? The bitch queen. She was this redhead chick who took charge of everything there. She was the one who originally posted about the place, so I guess she felt like she owned it somehow. She stood there in the doorway looking me over and then basically said, "We're full," like it was an exclusive club. I can't believe she just kept you up for no good reason. Was it actually full? Not a chance. There was a sign on the door that said capacity 100, and there was no way there was 100 people in there already. I said as much. She didn't reply. I guess she didn't just let her be at that. Well, I mean, if I say there was like more than me... Oh, maybe I'll try talking my way in. I tried talking my way in. You can't just leave me out here. So forth. She repeated that we're full and there was enough food for any more. I should try and find some other place to hide. Stone cold bitch indeed. I tried telling her I wouldn't be a burden. I'd brought food and opened my bag and showed her. You're nicer than I would be. What did she say? I wasn't being nice, I was being desperate, trying to figure out the rules of a sudden new reality. She hesitated and then said, "Alright, but you'll have to share." A bribe, huh? How tempting. What was your answer? So she let me slip in, closed the door behind me with a bang. Whoa, I'm in, yeah. And that's how you get in a bar. Offer them food in the back door. I barely had time to get my bearings before started taking command again, telling me to hurry up, empty me bags. Empty your bags? Empty me bags! She said, some kind of notion she should be in charge of the supplies. What did you say to that? Oh shit, Alice, I didn't know you had it in you. I didn't know I had it in me either, fuck. I was tired, stressed out of my mind, panicking, and the bitch tried to keep us outside. Now she wanted my stuff? I didn't have time for a shit. Not that I'm not supportive of this, of course, I am, but you had sort of made a deal with her. That deal was off. You go, girl. How'd she react? Stunned that someone would actually stand up to her. What did she have to say for herself? She said she was a proprietor of the Rad Bar and therefore legal owner of the Fallout shelter, and that it was the only way of kindness in her heart that allowed us inside. Allowed you, huh? Yeah. But I was used to her kind. I saw them all the time at work. Entitled mothers, spoiled students, stuck-up RAs. I told her flat out she wasn't going to boss people around with lives were at stake. All the time at work, I wish my dreams would give me that kind of confidence. Well, her bubble didn't exactly burst. She went quiet and left me and mine alone. She didn't leave you alone afterwards? The place had maybe 20 people in it, us included, but she stayed away from most of the rest of us, so yes, she did. Were you the last to arrive? No, sooner after us there was some kind of others. These she let in without trouble, embracing one of them, this big burly guy with a motorcycle jacket. Someone you knew? Actually, yes. Ray was his name. He lived pretty close. I mainly knew him for his love of motorcycles. I had no idea he knew the bitch queen. This place was still empty? Yeah. Soon after, though, there was another knock, and the time bitch queen tried to do the same thing she did with me. What did you do? I stepped in. This was unacceptable. I protested naturally. I mean, these are kind of the same thing. Brave of you, speak up. What did you say? What did I say? I tried appealing to her humanity and common sense. What else could I do? But she wouldn't listen. She kept repeating we're full and people outside. Did you just let her stand? The look she gave me told me to fuck off right there and then. Oh. So you just backed down? No, fuck her. Damn right. When I raised my voice at her, she just turned red. What was your approach? I tried pushing my way in between, but she pushed me back and then called for Ray. Suddenly I found myself alone, surrounded by a whole bunch of rather unkind gentlemen. You bit off more than you could chew. You could say that. She gave me an ultimatum. Step the fuck down right now or leave. What did you do? I backed down. I didn't risk it. I know it's just a dream, but jeez. What was she doing was not right. I know, but I was afraid. I didn't want to be thrown out. I understand, still. It boils my blood. Well, anyway, she and her friends closed the door and made it sure to keep it closed. I really hope whoever was left outside actually left to find other shelter, because when the bombs started to drop, shit got real. Ah yes, the bombs were all underground, down a set of stairs leading to the actual bunker. It was filled with barrels and barrels of beer and other drinks. At least there was a light for a while. So it actually happened, the nuclear war? Yes. We had a radio with us. We all sat down, clustered around it. At first there was sporadic reports that the US missiles defense system was working, but then it was shooting down incoming warheads, but the signal turned off. A few moments later we felt the rumble. Holy shit, were you okay? The shelter did what it was designed to do, yes. Although at one point it was a terrible sound from above. The shelter was briefly filled with dust, and pretty sure we were all dead. People were screaming, babies were crying, the lights flickered and died. It was the end. Holy shit, your subconscious wasn't joking around. We subsided on the candles and flashlights that waited for the radio to come back. It did, after a while. What did it say? Well, we'll have to find out in the next episode. Leave me a like down below if you want to see more. Comment on what you want me to play next, because I'm kind of getting dry on the whole games. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.